What's up, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 308. Wunder, what are we doing?
The world never knows.
What are you doing?
I'm here for entertainment.
I don't know. Definitely ready to watch the Bills lose. That's what you're doing.
You shut your whore mouth.
You know,
I know you're
it's
right,
coming.
but you shut your whore mouth.
No.
The prince is going to take us down on the first fucking round.
Oh, I keep seeing the Jaguars are going to get blown out. Dude, I think the Jaguars might win by double digits. They're a football team.
I was about to say, they got like a top 5 defense and also like a top 7 offense, so they're probably one of the most complete teams on this side of the
I was going to say,
division.
do we remember what happened when they played the Broncos, who are
Right.
the best team in the AFC?
Right. Yeah.
You know, do we remember what happened when Jacksonville marched into Denver and said hello? People seem to keep forgetting that. That's not like the Jaguars won at home. They marched into Denver, which is supposed to be a tough place to play in the middle of winter, and dog walked them. Jacksonville is scary, and I love it.
Yeah. I was really hoping that the Bills were going to play New England the first round.
Yep.
Because like it would have been fun as fuck if they were like, oh yeah, congratulations on your AFC victory, and then beat them in the first fucking round of the playoffs. Like, you're cool. Your AFC doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
That was what I was hoping for. Plus, I think we have a better shot at beating New England than we do Jacksonville.
Yeah.
The only other team I'm really scared of is the Texans.
Yeah, that defense is scary. And
Yes,
I trust CJ. I was going to say, Denver's defense is scary. It's like the best one in football. I think the Texans' defense is better. You can argue 1A, 1B all day. I don't fucking care. I just think the Texans is better because their secondaries are about equal. The Texans' pass rush is far more scary.
Superior? Yes.
Nick Bonito's great. He is not Danielle Hunter, and he is not Will Anderson.
No.
Most people aren't Danielle Hunter. I think Danielle Hunter, we've talked about this a lot, but he has to be the most underrated edge rusher in football.
I mean, if they don't want Nick Bonito, the Bills will take him. Well,
The Bills ain't gonna take nobody.
we'll take an overweight grandma at this point. It'd be better than what we have. So, aside from like Joey Bosa, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Did you know Danielle Hunter is only half a sack behind TJ Watt all time? The best edge rusher in football.
It doesn't surprise me, honestly.
No, Danielle Hunter, all he's done his entire career is just do everything. Danielle Hunter, pre-being with the Texans, there's this curse of playing in Minnesota where you don't get talked about unless you are the extra flashy superstar. Even Jared Allen didn't get talked about. The only guys who do are Randy Moss, Adrian Peterson, and now Justin Jefferson. Like, Harrison Smith deserved more talk. Didn't get it, though. Danielle Hunter deserved more. Didn't get it.
Yeah, that's what cracks me up, though, because Danielle Hunter went to the Texans, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, where did this guy come from?
He's been doing this his whole career. He was the fastest to like every milestone edge rushers have ever gotten to ever.
You guys just don't give a shit because it was on the Vikings.
Which sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was looking at this earlier. That's so crazy. Do you know Myles Garrett is younger than Danielle Hunter and TJ Watt? By like a full year, at least.
Weren't they drafted all at the same time?
No. But yeah, Myles Garrett is 30. What year was he drafted?
Or was he a year
Garrett was
sooner?
2017. Danielle Hunter was 2015.
Okay, so 2
and
years.
And TJ Watt was 2017. So him and Watt were the same year. Danielle Hunter came out really early because he was like the youngest player in football.
Well, the guy was obviously talented, so
Yeah. But he also was only a 5th round pick. Or no, might have been a 3rd round pick. Unimportant.
Pretty sure he went sooner than that. But
He was definitely on like 3rd or later. Because
I don't think he was 5th.
Probably not. But his whole thing was because he had to be a backup in Minnesota for a while. He developed, behind. I know it was Everson Griffin. Was it still Brian Robeson at the time? Who else was there? Boop, boop, boop. Everson Griffin, Danielle Hunter. I think it was Brian Robeson. He must have got hurt that year, though. At least the year I'm actively looking at.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, fun times.
Yeah. I don't know. I think what really, honestly, everybody's like freaked out by our defense. I think they've done well enough to allow, if Josh Allen scores 30 points, most times they're going to win. But
I don't think that's true.
Not about the Jacksonville Jaguars, but with most teams, if they'd have scored their normal 30 points, they'd have won the game by a long shot.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't actively trust. Here's my issue. I don't actively trust the Bills to beat a single team in the AFC playoffs.
Right.
But I cannot bet against them because they have the best quarterback in the AFC playoffs. We know that does matter.
Right.
The only team where I think it doesn't would be the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos to a degree, but I don't trust Bo Nix. The Texans, I at least trust CJ Stroud to not lose them the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he can just let the defense control the Bills, and then all I got to do is pick my spots, right? I trust the Texans to do that. I don't trust the Broncos to do that. The Jaguars, their defense has been good. I don't trust their defense. The issue for the Bills is, outside of James Cook and Josh Allen, I don't think anyone on their offense deserves a job. Okay, their offensive line is pretty good, but that doesn't help when I don't think any receiver on the Bills would make the active roster in Minnesota. Like, I don't think a single... Khalil Shakir is fine.
Right, he makes a perfect slot player.
Yeah, sure. The issue is he that much better? Like, in this scenario, is he that much better than Jalen Naylor? No.
No. And that's not necessarily what he was for.
No.
He's doing exactly what he was brought on to do. The problem is they lack a true number one receiver.
Yeah, because Keon Coleman did not work out.
No, and I'm honestly glad that they've finally figured out that, hey, he's a scratch. He's done. I don't think we'll see Keon Coleman. I don't know how long his rookie contract goes for.
4 years. They won't give him the 5th-year option because that's like a $20 million thing, and you don't want to pay him that. So he's got another 2 years on the roster.
Right. So they might keep him around as like a practice squad, or maybe just a sub if you need somebody to go in there and block or something, because he does block decently.
Sure.
But other than that, I think the Bills have kind of moved on from him, obviously, because they benched him the last 2 games. In this last game, they let him play because they were just playing their backups.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Brandon Cooks is helpful. It's sad to me that Brandon Cooks is like your number one wide receiver right there.
I mean, he would be a great wide receiver 10 years ago.
Yeah. No shit. Yeah. But it's kind of crazy that you got Gabe Davis and Brandon Cooks, and they're both.
That's your top 2 guys.
Yeah, that's your.
It just sucks that like Dawson Knox hasn't changed. He's the same player. The issue is Dalton Kincaid was supposed to be, the Travis Kelce for this team. Turns out he's just Dawson Knox, but a worse blocker.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It seems I don't I want to say the Bills don't draft poorly, but man, when's the last time the Bills drafted well?
Right. It seems like they have it's almost like they're cursed, because it's not like they've made, like, some of the moves they've made is like, oh shit, this is the move. And then that player somehow gets a season-ending injury, and they're never the same after that. And
Sure.
and then we are still hit with that cap because it's a contract, So that's I think, I know a lot of people are upset with the coaches and the GM and all that stuff about not, pulling the trigger on certain things. But it's like, well, we don't have any money. Like, we have very little money right now because we've brought on some players that were supposed to be big, impactful players, and they were well known in the NFL. And every single time they get injured and they don't work out, and we're stuck with their fucking cap. So what are you supposed to do if you don't have money? You're just stuck with what you got. That's what Bills fans need to understand, is that they are doing the best with what they have. That's it. That's all they can do. The fact that they're even in the playoffs with what they have is, well, I know why, because Josh Allen exists, and James Cook. But other than that, like, the rest of the roster, you're stuck with that because we don't have any money to go get people. You can sign free agents, which is what they've done, is just sign free agents, because
the issue is they also need to get better at. Well, they do. Free agents cost against the cap a lot. The issue is they're bad at picking their free agents, because the Bills keep falling into this trap of thinking the correct answer is to sign superstars who haven't been a superstar in 5 years. Oh, let's go pay Von Miller big money. Oh, let's go pay Joey Bosa big money. Oh, let's go stop paying guys that are already 35. They haven't been good in 5 years. That's a mistake.
Well, that's not exact. Well, I mean, they do that, but they like to go for people who are being paid. They got released and they're free agents, but a different team is paying most of their salary.
Well, they like to do that sometimes.
So basically, it's cheaper. They only have to pay $1 million instead of $6 or $7 million for that same player. Where they could have went and paid $6 or $7 million and probably got a 10 times better quality player. But they're looking at more quality or quantity than quality, and having petrified players that are ancient when it comes to the football world, like players in their 30s,
Yeah.
Instead of going after the younger players. I do think that this offseason, whatever happens, they're going to go after a wide receiver. Whether that be Jalen Waddle or...
That one I don't see happening just because same division.
We'll see. We'll see how desperate the Dolphins are. Because I
don't think they're that desperate to move on from Jalen Waddle. They might be that desperate to move on from Tyreek Hill. You want him?
No, not
coming
really.
Off of a destroyed knee. You want the speedy guy coming off the destroyed knee. He doesn't really have any other discernible skills, but he's fast. Well, he was.
Yeah. No, I don't know about that. Or I'd seen they were looking into maybe Jacksonville. What's Jacksonville?
I don't think Brian Thomas is getting moved. I really don't.
I don't think so, but there's evidence to support that they were actively going after him.
Well, I was going to say,
along with
there's
Chris
evidence
Olave,
to support that the Vikings are actively going after Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson. That doesn't mean they're getting any of them, but there's evidence that shows they're going at. Just because there's evidence that you're trying to go after them doesn't mean that there's evidence that they will get moved.
But the point being is that they're actively going after a receiver. I'm just throwing names out there as a, okay, this could happen. It's unlikely, but I think, I don't know, it might be. We'll see if Bean and McDermott keep their jobs.
If you lose to the Jaguars, I think they both have to get fired.
I agree, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
I feel like if somebody goes, it'll be Brandon Bean before McDermott.
The issue is, if you fire your GM, you fire the coach. because no new GM is going to want to be stuck with the leftovers. If I'm coming in to take over this team, I want to take over this team. I want to get my head coach in, because that way, at least if I fail, I failed my way. I didn't fail the previous GM's way.
Right.
Like, if you move on from Bean, you move on from both. The only one you just one way is McDermott.
The thing about it is a lot of times that's not how it happens. It's so the fans are upset and they got to choose somebody to get rid of. And
that's why they choose the head coach, because they don't choose the GM. Like, it's never just the GM. Never. Yeah. It's always just the head coach, or it's both.
Right. The what worries me, though, I know there's coaches out there that are, would be a good fit for the Bills. But what worries me is I have done research and looked back into before Brandon Beane and this, basically McDermott era, and the drought that they had before that and how terrible they were. And these people show up and basically flip the franchise around, and we win. Do
you want to give that credit to McDermott, or do you want to give it to the quarterback who's saving his job consistently? Like, I'm sorry. I refuse to give the credit to a head coach whose only job is to coach a defense, and the defense isn't good. And the only time it ever was good was when he had a different defensive coordinator doing his job for him. Shout out Leslie Frazier. Like, I refuse to give him the credit for that.
I know, but I also understand that there's misfortune in the NFL, and the NFL is a constant moving roller coaster. I mean, look at Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way, same boat. I don't think their head coach is that bad.
Oh, he is. And that's why he got fired today.
Oh,
John Harbaugh is fired. The Ravens are looking for a new coach.
I didn't hear that yet. Oh, well.
The Bills should fire McDermott today so they can go get Kevin Stefanski before the Ravens do. I get the Browns weren't that good. Yeah, the fucking assholes saddled him with Deshaun Watson and then wouldn't let him pick his own quarterback. He's a 2-time coach of the year for a reason.
Right.
Like, I keep being like, I hope all of these teams are dumb enough not to make him a head coach. Let him come be the OC in Minnesota. Fix the run game.
I'll be interested to see what happens. I think the only way both Bean and McDermott save their jobs in Buffalo is if they win the Super Bowl. That's it.
I mean, even a real run, like AFC Championship game, they might save it for a year.
Maybe.
The issue is, if you lose, it depends on how you lose. If it's a good game and you lose because Josh Allen, it's a real game, the defense looks good, and you lose because Josh Allen throws an interception on the last drive, might save their jobs. But if you lose
41 to 43,
you're out because you're a defensive coach and your defense fucking sucks.
Yep.
I have figured out what the Bills will do this offseason. They will sign 34-year-old Mike Evans, 35-year-old Khalil Mack. Who else is old? That's who they're signing.
I don't know. They seemed like they were going to try and go after like a younger person.
Then they're
going to
go sign Travis Kelce because he's old.
Still be better than Knox.
Probably.
I thought Kincaid started off the year super well, showed really good hands, and then of course, glass bones and got injured several times. Which, I mean, is what it is.
Yeah.
I think our defense would have been really good if we had Oliver and Hoyt still. But season-ending injuries there. And having a defensive front really helps with your, average 30-plus linebackers. And I don't know. We'll just see what happens with Jaguar. I can't make up my mind whether or not I'm going to watch the Jaguars and Bills play, or if I'm just gonna bury my head.
You're gonna watch it. Don't scream. Be a loser.
I don't know, man. I just.
In the first 45 minutes after John Harbaugh was fired this afternoon, his agent said that he received calls from seven different NFL teams expressing interest in his client. There are only 6 open head coaching vacancies. A team with a head coach called him.
Interesting.
I wonder
God,
what
don't let it be
team.
the Bills.
That would be so funny. Here, have the same problem. Another coach who doesn't, his job is to just be a coach, so you have to rely on coordinators. And he hasn't hired a good coordinator in a decade. That's not true. He hired one, and it was a defensive coordinator, and you should have fired Harbaugh 2 years ago and kept Mike McDonald, because how are the Seahawks doing right now? You should have made this choice 2 years ago. Genuinely, part of me is a little concerned about that for Minnesota. I love Kevin O'Connell. I think he's great. His offense hasn't been that good, and just letting Brian Flores walk scares me.
Yeah.
Because he's going to go win a Super Bowl wherever he goes, and that's going to make me upset.
What I'm waiting on is next week when the Seahawks play, that Darnold pulls his whole... the greatest quarterback to ever play a regular season, but as soon as he gets to the playoffs, shits the bed thing.
The issue is he tried to pull that the last 2 weeks, and it hasn't mattered because Seattle's so fucking good and a hell of a run game.
Mm-hmm.
The thing Minnesota forgot about because Kevin O'Connell doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want so badly KOC to bring in a real offensive coordinator that's not Wes Phillips, even if it's not to call plays, to just design a run game, because KOC can't do it. I love him. That's his weakness. Right. He can't figure out the run game, which is fine. Yeah. Everybody's got one. I really wanted the Dolphins to fire Mike McDaniel because he would have been perfect.
Well, if he lives long enough, the amount of fucking energy drinks that guy drinks, he might die tomorrow.
Nah, we all do that. It's fine.
I don't know. I guess I can't say much. I'm drinking coffee right now, so
yeah, same thing.
This is my 4th cup today of coffee.
That's crazy.
It's been a rough day.
I'm
dragging ass. This last 4 days have been a long.
Do the Panthers beat the Rams again?
Would be funny,
right? It's all right. Wunder, I cried a lot.
Oh?
Sunday was sad. Did you not see all the videos from the Vikings game?
I don't think I did.
Oh, man.
But that was, what's his bucket's last?
Well, Harrison Smith, we still don't know. He, a bunch of his family and friends were in town again, but they have been the last 3 years for the final game, so that means nothing. But, there's the chance it was CJ Ham's last game, though.
Oh.
He has claimed it wasn't. He's we'll go into the offseason and see how it is. I think he forgets he's being filmed the entire time. So he scored his final touchdown, all that stuff. After the game, he's getting interviewed. He, thanks Vikings fans, says that this was the dream. And then very after the game, in the locker room, he gets the game ball. And he straight up just says, it was a hell of a ride, but it's time for me to just go home and be with my family. I'm sorry, there's not a decision to make after that. Mm-hmm. You've made it. Harrison Smith basically did the same thing, the little bastard. He didn't explicitly say it, but he did his, post-game thing. He started off his, speech with, "It's been a pleasure." Mm-hmm. That's not the right answer. Then, he's like, this didn't go how we envisioned, but there's a lot to build off of. It's been a hell of a ride, which is another very
doubling down.
Yeah. And then I really wish we could keep it going. He says as he's tearing up.
Mm-hmm.
This is, yeah. It's I feel like we're just hitting our stride and whatever. And then he just ends it with, as long as you've got air in your lungs and a heartbeat in your chest, never say die. As he's crying, and then he just walks off.
Mm-hmm.
It's it feels over for.
I did see that tweet from you.
Just the
Mhm.
That's a damn good quote.
All right. Yeah. Um, I enjoyed watching JJ get mad. McCarthy, I mean.
Yeah.
Just
Stiff armed a
clock
guy,
somebody.
ran over another guy, and then got in their face. Honestly, you take those taunting penalties. That's funny as shit.
I mean, at this point, it really doesn't matter. You're basically just trying to show either the Vikings or some other team that, hey, I've still got fire. I still deserve to be in this league.
Did you see that? So, remember how against the Giants when he broke his hand,
Mm.
he got called immature for not pulling himself out of the game when he realized he couldn't grip the ball. So then in this game, while still having a broken hand, he, came out in the second half, ran like a play, handed the ball off, and went, oh, I can't grip the ball anymore, and took himself out of the game. And now he's immature for taking himself out of the game.
Mm-hmm. But it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It's like, dude, he was just playing to like make sure he couldn't get some reps, and he played pretty damn well. And then he went, my broken hand is saying I can't ball anymore, so I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
annoying.
And you guys won the game, didn't you?
Yeah, and he played pretty damn well.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we only beat the Packers back up 16-3, but it was 13-0 at halftime, and then JJ pulled himself out of the game. Yeah, Max Brosmer didn't do anything. Are we surprised?
I don't know. If you'd like to donate the Vikings defense to the Bills for playoffs,
they'd win the Super Bowl.
Yes. I would wholeheartedly accept.
The Broncos defense is interesting. The Texans defense is the most intriguing because they just refuse to lie to you. That's what's interesting. The Broncos and Texans don't lie to you, and that's what makes them good. Nobody in the AFC is ready for a team that will not tell you what's going on. There's just no clue.
Right. Yeah. Can we? I don't even care if we have to split the trophy in half and like each team won a half a Super Bowl.
But also, most important thing from this game, there was one throw from JJ that has me excited. It was good. It's one of those, again, all I've been rooting for the last 7 weeks is show enough flashes that I can actively go into next season going, yeah, we might have one. I can't, there's no way to be sure yet, but like, I don't know, the middle of the season, it got pretty dark there. There weren't flashes. It looked pretty bad.
Right. Yeah.
That one throw was good. And then him and Jettas figured out how to football for a bit. This was good.
Right.
Yeah.
McCarthy goes, oh shit, I got a number one receiver on my team.
Yeah, pretty much. It was working out.
Forgot about you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I in a way, it's a lot more pressure being in the playoffs sometimes. Like, I'm so nervous right now, and I don't even know why. I'm like, they'll either win or they won't, and it just is what it is. They probably shouldn't even be here in the first place. They barely won so many damn games this season. They probably shouldn't even be in the playoffs. But we are there, and so I'm nervous as shit. And I'm going to be angry as hell when we get blown out by the fucking Jaguars. I don't know.
Fair. But,
like in your standpoint, you're just looking forward to next season, and there's no pressure about what's going on this season, This season is no longer relevant, really.
Yep.
And so you could just focus on what's going on next year and be excited about that. Part of me, I don't know. Part of me wishes the Bills were in the same boat so that they would just move some coaches around, get rid of coaches, do what they got to do to get them over this godforsaken hump.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can have that elite of a quarterback and be in the playoffs that many times and not even make it to a Super Bowl. Nonetheless, make it and lose, but make it to a Super Bowl.
No.
And then this year, if you don't make it, your whole thing's been, oh, Lamar, oh, the Chiefs and Mahomes, and literally nobody else is there but you. You're the only one left of the OG freaking playoff teams that everybody always fears every year. You're the only one. And it's looking bleak. Especially since we don't have a fucking kicker. So,
you know who does? Which is the weirdest thing that's ever happened in the history of Minnesota sports. The Vikings have the best kicker in the league. Do you know he's never missed an extra point?
Yep, I noticed. Yeah, I know that.
And then his only 2 misses all year were because he hit fucking wires, dude. That's crazy.
And it's funny because Aspen's mother is a diehard Vikings fan.
Oh, interesting.
And Aspen's father is a Green Bay fan.
Oh, gross.
It's a toxic household.
I bet.
But I was talking to her and I was like, hey, at least you guys have a really good kicker for once. And she goes, you shut up.
That's fair.
Minnesota's where kickers go to die. You shut up.
But Will the Thrill is different. Will the Thrill is different. He built different.
God, I hope so.
I need a Will Riker jersey. I really do. I need one.
I need a Buffalo Bills Vikings Super Bowl so we can go watch that.
Ugh. I fear for Josh Allen's life at this point.
No shit.
No, so Dallas Turner, the other first round pick from, 2 years ago with JJ, who, everyone thought was done. Turns out, even though I thought he was going to be suited to be the Andrew Van Ginkel replacement, he's not. He's the Jonathan Grenard replacement. Man, the last 5 weeks, I just continuously see him winning around the edge and looking exactly like... I hope he doesn't end up the same type of human, but on the football field, he looks like a lot like a guy the Bills overpaid, but he wore 58 on the Broncos. Was really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
He wins the same way constantly. He was also like 35 when the Bills got him.
Yeah. And he still was doing good until he injured.
I was going to say, the issue is the Bills did what they thought was right because he was coming off of, he didn't look good, but he still turned it on for the playoff run with the Rams, and that's what the Bills were. They're like, we don't even care if you suck in the regular season. Can you give us 3 games?
Right.
No, he could not.
No. No.
But
he blew up.
The difference is Dallas Turner's only 22.
Yep.
I'm trying to find this throw from JJ McCarthy. I can't. I sent you a video, though. It's the funniest fucking thing. You should go watch it. Max Brosmer pulled his best Will Levis impression in this game. This was a turnover, by the way. Is bad. Is not good. Oh, there's the throw. Yeah. Trips himself, stands up throwing a fit, gets the ball stripped. Is bad. That throw's enough. I'm sold.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy throw. Yeah, that's thread and needle there.
The ability to evade pressure. Yeah, with a broken hand and the on the run avoiding pressure, like that has been the one thing that still has me really bought in. Is JJ can just avoid pressure. If he can figure everything else out, which is a big if. I do understand that. Though part of me at this point, as much as I do think the correct answer is fix his mechanics, man, when you just let him play with broken mechanics, it kind of works.
Right.
Taking himself out of this game, he was like 11 of 13 for 150 yards.
Right. I still think the Vikings should get Lamar Jackson.
I mean, yeah, I still think Burrow is the better answer. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And this isn't the first time we've heard this. But apparently, depending on how the Patriots-Chargers game goes, the Vikings are also really going to reach out to the Chargers about Herbert.
Herbert? That'd be scary.
That one's
also
more intriguing than Burrow. I love Joe Burrow. But Herbert threads the needle between Lamar and Burrow because he can still move, but he is a pocket passer.
Right.
I love Lamar. I don't know if KOC can build a system around Lamar. KOC's offenses have been designed for Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins, that's not Lamar. And I don't know if it'll work.
Right.
I know Herbert or Burrow would work. The issue is if you can't get those guys, the answer is just JJ. You just stick with JJ.
Well, my thing is the thing about Lamar is he can run, but he also can just sit in the pocket and throw it too. That's
super fair.
He's an all-around quarterback. If you ask him, hey, I don't want you to use your feet, sit in the pocket and throw the ball, he'd be like, all right, I can throw the ball too. I'll do whatever you want me to. You know, I think it's stupid to not exploit his feet. That'd be like telling Josh Allen not to run, you know?
Yeah. Just so you know, the biggest reason the Bills should be scared, actually, is not the Prince or the Jaguars defense.
It's the field?
No. It's that Cam Little is their kicker. Cam Little's not the best kicker in the league, but he does have the biggest leg. And the fact that most drives now start at the 35, and the Jaguars only need to get to their own 45 to get points.
They only need 10 yards.
Yeah.
So in other words, the Bills better beat them by over a touchdown or over a field goal.
Yeah, because this is worse than Butker.
And it's getting tied up and they're going into overtime, and the Bills have never, ever, ever, with Josh Allen, ever won in overtime. Ever.
Yeah.
Look it up. Crazy fucking stat. They've been in overtime many times, and they have never, ever won in overtime with any team.
Yeah.
So, as much as people are freaking out about, we went for 2 against the Eagles, I 100% agreed with that call. I was like, we go to overtime, we lose. That's it. We lose. Also, we also had a kicker that we acquired from the Colts that already lost them the game by kicking a fucking line drive extra point for no goddamn reason, and it got blocked.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Yes.
There's also more news from yesterday. I gotta see if I can find some of it.
Regarding who?
We're moving off of football.
Oh, okay.
We have no further information than this yet, but Disney is actively developing a Star Wars horror series. So a horror
like a
TV
Vader?
show. I am rooting for it to be Vader, but there's also the what is that? What was the book called? Might have just been Death Troopers, I think. In this book, there's this thing called the Blackwing virus that turned the crew of a Star Destroyer into flesh-eating undead.
I feel like I've heard of this before.
You definitely have. To me, that is the other option.
What about like a Plagueis?
I don't think so. I think Disney's going to avoid that for a while now, which sucks. But they should just bring back the Acolyte. But they won't, because they can't. Because everything sucks.
I also think that there's a lot that they could do with like Vader, because there's like not, because honestly, like Vader is like a very important piece to most movies, Star Wars movies, but like you don't see him much. He's more of like this ominous ghost, you know, that shows up in very few parts of the movies, you know. So I think there's like you could just see the pure evil and some of the stuff he goes and does.
Goes and does.
Goes and does. But goes and does, and like you don't actually get to see that. You don't get to see the carnage that he creates and the actual power that he protrudes upon the average Joe, Jedi, or civilian, or
Like, we kind of got to see it in the Kenobi series when he's dragging Obi-Wan through the fire. That's what we want to see.
But like, I can just see him doing like, he grabs a hold of a civilian and just turns him into a pretzel in midair, and
him breaking that kid's neck while he's looking for Obi-Wan. Like, they teased it. They should just do it.
But they just need a whole on, like, I don't know, like war crimes trilogy that protrudes Darth Vader.
Right.
But I don't know.
Hey, the Geneva Convention doesn't exist. And people got to stop saying anyone in Star Wars has committed war crimes. There is no Geneva Convention. We don't even know if their war crimes are the same as ours.
I was about to say, if the Death Star, kind of got a solid pass, then I'm pretty sure anything goes in the Star Wars world. They blew up literal planets.
Fair.
Their genocide was in the billions, literally.
Oh my God. This is ridiculous. I keep seeing this Quessy needs fired. So somehow still nobody is talking about Brandon Bean. Not really. The Bills GM.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look though at who's had better drafts recently. Let's just do last year. The Vikings only had 2 guys contribute meaningfully from that draft so far. Donovan Jackson and Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins. Ingram-Dawkins is a 5th-round pick defensive tackle. He played meaningful minutes. Wasn't bad, wasn't great, but I mean, 5th-round pick, who cares? Donovan Jackson, 2nd-best rookie offensive lineman. The Jets guy, Armand Membu, was ridiculous. I'm not even going to try to argue that Donovan was better.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills, Maxwell Hairston, how'd he play when he finally got in?
Not terribly for the limited amount that we got to see him, but it's just his injuries makes it kind of hard. He's injured again. He just sprained his ankle again.
Landon Jackson couldn't get on the field. PJ Sanders and Deion Walker both look exactly like Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins did. Like, exactly. And that was a 2nd and a 4th-round pick. And then you've got Jackson Hawes at tight end, who actually is getting meaningful playing time, and then a bunch of guys who didn't play. So just last year, Quessy Betta. Year before, you get Keon Coleman, Cole Bishop, who is fine. I don't think there's anything bad to say about Cole Bishop. You get Ray Davis. He's fine. He's a decent running back.
I always liked Ray Davis. He's just, I don't know.
Is Cedric Van Pran starting at center for the Bills yet?
No, but he, after last week, looks really good.
Yeah.
The only problem with Van Pran is because he's a center, right?
Yeah.
The only problem with him, I mean, he does a really good job. He's a really good blocker, but his arms are they're really short, and he tends to get out leveraged because he doesn't quite have the hand technique down to fight off leverage. But if he gets a hold of you and he gets the leverage, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
He is really good. I really liked the way he played. He looked really good. I was excited about him. I think he could be a starter and be just fine. but yeah, other than that, I think he's been a really good pick, and I think he's gonna probably end up starting at some point.
Fair.
So good pick there,
Okay.
I can say.
I'll give you that. That same year, the Vikings drafted J.J. McCarthy. Still too early to tell, to be fair. Drafted Dallas Turner. He looks like a superstar. Drafted the best kicker in football, Will Reichard. And then Michael Juergens, who's a fine backup offensive lineman. He was a 7th-round pick. And Levi Drake Rodriguez, who was a 7th-round pick defensive tackle, who took Javon Hargrave, who's getting paid $20 million a year's job. Just took it.
Right.
Think he did okay. And if Kyrie Jackson wouldn't have unfortunately been killed,
right,
we'd be having a very different conversation about that draft class as a whole. Year before that, Jordan Addison, who would be... When did Bean pick Josh Allen?
Yes.
Okay,
I believe so.
Jordan Addison, I want to know when Brandon Bean took over the Bills.
It's been a good, 10 years?
It's been a while. He took over in 2017. So
okay.
Jordan Addison would be the 2nd or 3rd best pick of his entire career. Because you've got Allen, and then he did a really good job drafting his first 3 years. And since then, he's drafted like 4 good players.
Right.
Which is tough.
I don't know. And he's had some tough luck on some of those too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's unfortunate. You can't really predict the future.
No, you can't. You
But
can be slightly smarter in some instances than others.
Exactly.
Maxwell Hairston was already injured and had character flaws. Maybe you don't pick him.
Right.
Especially, I'm trying to remember.
Well, yeah. Especially when you had what's his bucket on the table also at the same time.
Who are you calling what's his bucket?
I'm trying to remember his name.
Oh, Will Johnson. Right. You know, the best corner in college football.
Yes.
Yeah, you actually passed on Will Johnson twice.
Twice. Yes.
Yeah, you did.
So.
Yeah, you could have had Luther Burden and Will Johnson. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like they go into the draft class and they have very specific people that they're looking for, and if they don't completely fit that picture, they don't even attempt.
Right.
But yeah, honestly, I think the only thing they can go off of that they've done really well over like time and time again is linemen. They've seemed to always pick awesome linemen. So because that's the thing. Like this last game, I know the Jets suck.
Yeah.
But every single one of our backup linemen, even some of our 3rd and 4th string linemen, Trubisky was not pressured one time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
a great line, got good potential coming up, but I think the other thing that's really hard too is like the Bills have been relevant and gone really, really far time and time again. And if you do that for long enough, you start to fall. So you're not like the Texans who sucked for a long time, and now they got the best defense in the league because of it, because they got a whole bunch of first-round drafts, and they traded for a bunch of, high-up drafts, and now they've got the best freaking defense in the league, and then now they're just kind of like, oh, well, we don't need the most explosive offense in the world because we have the best defense in the league. I don't know.
Right.
I feel like that's kind of what the Bills should have done, was really focused on defense and kind of just got by with whoever on offense. And then, because you're going to have Josh Allen. Josh Allen's going to win you games, whether you have, obviously he's shown it.
Well, but there also comes a time, right? The Chiefs being bad at drafting over the last 5 years is why they missed the playoffs with a healthy Patrick Mahomes. I know he got hurt. They were eliminated from the playoffs before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills are doing the same thing. It just hasn't fully caught them yet because they got lucky because their one thing that they're still strong at is their O-line, which helps.
Mm-hmm.
And they already have James Cook, which helps because the Chiefs don't. And especially in the regular season, we've seen this. The Titans ran their way to a 1 seed once. In the regular season, you're good at running the ball, you're going to win games. The playoffs, that changes a bit. So football's weird, man.
It is really weird. And I don't know. And it's weird to me because it's like the Bills have built their entire team around the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs are our only competition. And now that the Chiefs aren't there, they're like, oh shit. Now what do we do? So I feel like that's kind of another issue. It's like you gotta build your team that's, you know, can expand their, you know, exploits against other teams, not just one team, but multiple teams, you know. One team's going to come in and they're going to want to run the ball big time. So you're going to want to build a defense that's okay. We can stop the run if we need to. Just all it takes is a little bit of scheming change.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's just been well, fuck. They're going to run the ball and there's nothing we can do about it. If they pass the ball, hey, we got okay pass defenders. Like we're like top 7 in the league as far as pass defense goes. But that don't matter if they can get 12, 15 yards every time they fucking run the ball.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's tough. Because like I said, they're still also having to deal with Ed Oliver, who was looking phenomenal in the few games he did play. And then Hoyt, who came in one game and was doing phenomenal. I don't know I think it would have been a whole different story as far as run defense goes if we had Hoyt, Ed Oliver, Ogunjobi, although he hasn't really looked that great so far. I mean, this Jets game, I think this is probably his best looking game since he's been with us. So that's kind of looking like a botched signing there. I don't know. He kind of just hasn't shown much. Not saying he can't turn it around, you know. But yeah, definitely missing a lot of key players. Most of our starters, TJ Sanders, Walker, they're rookies that have just become a starting role, and that's not really ideal, you know. They're kind of people you want to throw in there from time to time just to get a little bit of rep and, you know, some fresh legs in there to chase down the QB, but they become starters because of the injury bug. And I get every team has the injury bug, but still, it just sucks. You can't foresee the injuries that are coming. The other thing that drives me nuts is it's not just like injuries during the game. The Bills seem to have like one of the highest like getting injured during practice teams out there. Like it doesn't seem like other teams are having as much issue with like players just getting randomly like impactfully injured during practices. So I don't know what they got to change there, if they got to wrap their freaking players in bubble wrap while they're practicing. There's no reason to come out of a practice and you're 2 players short because, oh, this person's, you know, tore a hammy and this person broke his ankle. Like, it's just blows my mind. Daquan Jones being a good example of that with his calf injury which I guess technically that was like a pregame warm-up or whatever. But still.
What is happening?
Nobody knows.
People talking about the Packers and Mike McCarthy specifically. Packers fans suddenly changing their tune and pretending McCarthy was very good is weird. He had Favre and Rodgers for 20 years and won one thing. I don't get it.
What do you think about the Steelers?
I think the AFC is fun because I can see a world where anyone in the AFC can go on a run.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the Bills and Chargers, it is just they have the two best quarterbacks in the playoffs. Can't bet against that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Herbert goes off, they can beat anybody any day. They just can. Same with Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos obviously have the best defense, or one of the best defenses, and home field advantage. That does matter, especially in Denver. Like, it might not be the loudest place. There is something to be said about going from sea level to altitude like that.
Right.
What's there after that? The Jaguars obviously look like the most complete team in the AFC. The Texans, their defense is incredible. The Steelers, their defense is really good. And if Rodgers decides to play like he did the final drive of the Ravens game, they can beat anybody. It's all very interesting. I don't really
it's
know.
Weird because it's weird because every team seems to have like lost against teams they shouldn't have. Even the Jaguars have lost to teams they shouldn't have.
Who did the Jags lose to that they shouldn't have?
Cardinals.
Did they lose to the Cardinals?
I'm pretty sure they lost to the Cardinals. I'm trying to remember.
I know they lost to the Bengals. I forgot about that.
I think they
didn't lose to the Cardinals. They lost to the Bengals. They lost to... What are their losses? They lost to the Bengals in week 2. They lost to the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Texans. The Bengals is the only one, and it was week 2.
Okay, I was thinking they lost to the Cardinals. So maybe they're the only team that really have
Super Bowl favorites.
Right. Okay, maybe they're the only team that hasn't really lost to a team that they shouldn't have.
I think the Patriots haven't either. Like they lost. Oh no, they lost to the Raiders week 1, but that was before the Raiders collapsed. Week 1, I still thought the Raiders were like an actual threat. Yeah. I don't know what the hell happened. That is the weirdest game of all time. So if the Patriots win that game, do the Raiders go 14-3 and Geno's the MVP of the season? Like, is that how that works?
I don't know.
The Chargers are tough to talk about because their entire team imploded. I don't know.
That's true.
It's weird. It's all fun and games until we get a Panthers-Steelers Super Bowl.
God. Could you imagine? I don't think anybody predicted that, except for maybe a Panthers-Steelers fucking fan.
I do think the funniest outcome is the Panthers go on a run. After all this shit talking about a team that's under 500 getting in, go fucking beat the Rams and then go beat like the Seahawks. Okay, the funniest outcome is an NFC Championship game that is Bears-Panthers. Because of the trades that impacted those teams. DJ Moore not being on a relevant team until now, but the Panthers also becoming relevant at the same time. It's a funny prospect. It's a funny idea.
I'm sure Cody would love that. He's a big Bears fan.
Yeah.
But if it was like Panthers-Bills, at least the Bills know they've won against them this season already.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Could be crazy. Next 4 weeks are going to be interesting no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to have an aneurysm.
Too much coffee?
Oh, God, yeah. Yep. We went back to Aspen's place of origin and...
Origin?
Yeah. I was gonna say Origin, and I like hiccuped at the same time, so it came out.
Origin.
It's Origin. Um, and that was a. I don't mind going down there. I always have fun down there, but it's just a long ass drive.
Yeah.
Luckily, my folks allowed us to take the Traverse this time, and it's such a nicer ride compared to taking our trucks. Some of the roads out there suck, so it just beats the shit out of us the whole time. So, and we had a whole bunch of stuff from the baby shower that we had to bring back, and it was nice just being able to throw it in the vehicle and go instead of having to like pile stuff in the small back seats of a pickup. But yeah, I think when we get off of here, I'm gonna go cook some steaks, and Aspen's gonna make like a shrimp Alfredo
Nice.
thing to go with it, and we'll probably watch an episode of Longmire, and then it'll be our bedtime.
Fair. I might end up in bed earlier today. We'll find out, though.
Yeah.
I want to, but I doubt it'll happen. I finally got a second video for this year done, so I'm only ahead by 2, which will be only by 1 on Friday. So I gotta go work.
What about second video?
Yeah, I want to try to get another one done this week. I just don't know if I'll be able to. This next video should be a little easier, though. There's less. It should be shorter to a degree, and there's less overall game that needs played through.
Right.
Which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then after that, it gets crazy again, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm back to volleyball on Mondays and Wednesdays. So, I'm glad we just kept our normal day as Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Tuesday.
Yep. Next week I have fire training, but we should be good to just pod beforehand as usual.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And we got another Avengers Doomsday leak. That's crazy. Apparently Sebastian Stan is in talks to star in the Battinson 2, the second Batman movie.
Oh.
Sebastian Stan as Two-Face would go pretty hard. That's a very different role than the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I would say so. One of these years you'll have to make it down here so you can tour the house.
Yeah. True. If I ever get to come home. Well,
yeah, I know.
Sometime after April, I should have my car.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah.
I see.
Because my original plan was to just stay here until I could afford to buy a place, but that's not happening. I'm moving again. It's going to be a lot less fun this time.
Oh, you're moving again, huh? Mm-hmm. Where to? Are you staying in the same city?
Technically, yes. I'll tell you
like
when we're off
like
here.
a sub-city?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you exactly when we're not here.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm not going to dox myself. That's crazy.
Yeah, I get that. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not excited for that because of the weird way it works. I have to let My building's management, no, 2 months before, in this case, 2 months before my lease is up, but 2 months before you move, because once your lease is up, you go like month to month normally.
Mhm.
But you have to let them know 2 months before you're moving that you're going to move. So they have time to like list the apartment and deal with whatever.
Right.
So it's like towards the end of next month, I have to let them know that I'm going to move without already having a place to move to. So then it becomes you have 2 months to figure it out because you have the day you have to be moved out by. So that's fun and not terrifying at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So is it just because your lease is not renewing that you have to move, or like,
No, this move is by choice.
oh, just don't like where you're at, or?
Love where I'm at. It's really far from people.
I see. Okay.
Yep.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yep.
So fair enough.
Move to the same
That makes sense.
suburby town that she's in. Because, yeah, it's like a 40-ish minute drive.
I see. Yeah.
And it's all through the city. And she doesn't love driving. And if I stay here, I can't. I don't have a car here. So, because I don't need one. And then it takes up the parking spot I have. So then she couldn't drive. Then nobody can come down and park here. Also, I can have my car for one day a month or whatever. Like, that's dumb.
Right.
So, yeah, that's the plan.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I think you got anything else you want to talk about?
That's it for me.
Oh, yeah, that's untrue. You did get a bunch of you-themed merch for the child, which is really funny.
So I was going to show off all the merch.
Yeah.
But I think it would be better if I had a human inside of them. So
that's fair. It's also something that's never actually going to sell. Yeah.
No, it's just adorable. So
yeah,
it would just be
I was
fun.
just like, this is funny. I'm going to do this.
I thought it would be a great way to have a grand entrance of Baby Wunder. So
fair.
Because most likely I will, when we do those podcasts and stuff, I'll be in charge of said Baby Wunder because mommy will be in bed resting.
Right. Oh yeah, once that gets closer, we're gonna have to like pre-record some so you can have weeks of not mattering.
Yeah, well, the good thing is I do qualify for FMLA.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So I'll get 6 weeks of paid leave.
It'd be nice to have, weeks of podcasts done. That way you can just spend time there and not have to do anything.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
That was my thought.
Yeah. The first 2 weeks are kind of the most important because, Aspen's not supposed to get out of bed much. She's mostly bed rest.
Yep.
And then after the first couple weeks, once she starts getting on her feet and doing her own thing, then it kind of goes back to normal. We kind of get into our own little rhythm, But the first couple weeks, for sure, probably might want to be pre-recorded podcasts.
Yeah.
So, but we got time. It's not till late March, early April.
Oh, we're going to want to record quite a few then, because I would like to have... We're going to spend like the last few weeks of February recording like nightly just to, because it's like, that's going to happen for you. And then I'm moving.
Right. Yep. And that's another thing. Yep.
So
gonna
have to bulk record everything.
Let's say, I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but
I will come up with something goofy for those times.
That'd be awesome because I don't know how much I can come up with from a 24-hour period. Especially if we do a couple in a day and then another couple this day or something like that.
Yep.
So it's gonna be funny. We're gonna have 6-7 months worth of the same shirts.
Yeah. And then we'll pop back up and I'll be in a new spot and it'll be like, so here's all the things you missed. Here's an actual impactful episode.
Right, exactly. Yep.
It'll be funny.
So.
All right. I think that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.